This visualization technique is going to change your entire life. When I was downloaded with this on my walk today, I was like, oh my goodness, this is it. Like this is accessing that place and space that we need to get to in order to open up the realm of living out our dreams, right? Not having to work a 9 to 5 if we don't want to, getting to spend time doing the things that we love, having abundance flow freely to us, health flow freely to us, love, joy, all these things. And so I feel like this is something that I'm like so excited to share. And it's nothing crazy, but that's the thing with creating your dream life and like living out your dreams, is that I don't think it has to be super difficult. Like I don't think you have to invest in like crazy expensive courses. Like it can definitely help, and you don't have to read all the books. Like everything that you need, as cliche as this is, it's within you. So anyway, happy spring. It is so beautiful right now. I'm in France still, and just on the walk this morning I was noticing all these things, noticing like all the new flowers, noticing all the little bugs that are not so creepy. Yesterday in my video I had a spider, like an alien looking spider, jump at me. I wish you could have seen when I went back. I don't think you could see it, but I was literally like, oh, it looks like it's gonna jump, and it like launched at me. But there's a lot of life here and a lot of like just really cool things. So I was talking about the art of noticing yesterday, and then I just keep going deeper and deeper into it. So like I was playing out here with my dog Arlo yesterday, also working on the van and like trying to finish it up. I painted like the whole thing yesterday, so it looks a lot better in there. So I'm gonna go finish some painting today. But I was looking at the earth, just like the ground, and like you can kind of see where I was looking, but over here there's more rocks. And I was just looking at all the life. Like there's just so much going on, and I was just noticing that. And so then I started noticing like all these like little colonies of like these ladybug looking things that are in the branches over there. And I just started like noticing so much. And also because I'm painting and redoing a lot of stuff in my van, I then inside the house that I'm staying in here in France started noticing like little lines that were like on the wall and in the caulking and then the tiles of how they built it. And then I started like thinking about how they built it. And so where our attention goes, energy flows, right? Where our attention goes is how we create our reality. It's what we bring to us because we're noticing more and more of it, and we're going down that route. So what I was thinking about when I was observing how I was noticing like how they built the house and how they redid the house, by the little things that I was noticing, because I was noticing them in my own work. Like I was noticing where I was making lines of like where I'd be cutting and painting and doing all this stuff, is that goes for anything, right? You just have to take the first step. Follow the curiosity, like go down a little rabbit hole of your curiosity, of your joy. And then you start following the breadcrumbs. Like it's not just like you do one thing that interests you. You do one thing and then the doors open up, because it's like you're in that new timeline of noticing those things. I forget like the specific scientific name for this, but you know, like when you're shopping for a car and you pick the car that you want and you start seeing it everywhere, it's like that's one of the magical parts of being here on earth. And so as I'm pondering all of this and doing my visualization, walking, activation, eyes open, like I talked about that I'd be doing this month, for trying to do an hour a day to reprogram the mind so that I can clear any kind of dysregulation in the nervous system, any kind of unresolved emotions, traumas, things like that, just to make space, you know, for the new to come in, to be more in resonance with the new earth, with the life that I desire. And I was doing my visualization, and then I was like, okay, so also something I've been thinking about and talking about is filling your cup with your life force energy. What fills your cup? Genuinely, what fills your cup? And have you been asking yourself that recently? Because I actually am asking myself, and at first I was like, I I don't really know, because I just hadn't asked myself that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to stay with this. What fills my cup? And then on a day-to-day, I've been noticing, like, when I buy really colorful foods, like fruits and veggies, and I have them on the counter, like the stuff that doesn't need to be refrigerated, which is a lot of stuff actually, just seeing those colors, for some reason, that's something that really, really brings me joy. And also, like, just shopping in that section, in the produce section, like, there's something about it that fills my cup. And then I noticed, what were the other things I noticed on the trail? I was starting to notice a lot of things that fill my cup. Clothing. I love clothing. I gave away almost all of my clothing to come here on this adventure, so that was kind of a big thing. One of my majors was in fashion, and there's two sides of this, right? Because fashion can be so not eco-friendly. It can be, there can be negative sides to it. A lot of the materials are toxic and not good for us, but there's also a side to fashion that I've always loved so much, which is, like, it's a way to express yourself. It's a way to, like, to be creative and in your feminine energy. And so then I was thinking, like, other things that ignite my feminine energy, because for me, that's, like, where a lot of the joy is, and a lot of the stuff that I haven't been focusing on for years and years and years, because I've been in the grinding masculine energy, like, I gotta get free, I gotta get out of the matrix. But what if it's a lot easier? Like, what if it's more of a flow out of the matrix? And so sailing, like being on the water, really, really fills my cup. And what was the other thing? Because it's going to lead to my example if I can remember what the other thing was. We'll just say painting. I don't know if it was exactly painting, because I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I would enjoy it. But for these examples, I was like, okay, so these are things that would fill my cup, right? And so whatever they are for you, notice them. And maybe you're doing them already, but also notice the ones that, like, the future version of you, whoever that is, like, have a vision of that. That's really important. That's like another buggy. That's the thing that I've been doing for 30 days, is staying with the future version of me, energy, frequency, vibration, to create that space so that it's available to come in. Because, like we've talked about, like, people who win the lottery, they lose the money so often, all of the money, because they didn't energetically have the space for it. So we find the future version of us. Who are they? What life do they live? Like, like, how big can you go? How expansive can you go and be in that energy? And then I was thinking, okay, so what does this person, this version of me, do that fills her cup? And then for you, her, his cup, whoever's watching. And what are those things that fill their cup? And then in those visualizations, like, rather than just visualizing the dream house or dream job or dream relationship or whatever, visualize you doing, this is it. This is the delivery. Visualize you doing the thing that fills your cup. And I say that because, like, some of the things that fill our cup might not be available to us right now. We might not have, like, the time to actually do it or the resources to actually do it. Like, so say sailing is one of my things that I would love to be doing and filling my cup. Like, that would genuinely fill my cup. And so in my visualizations, I am now, and I have done this in the past, but intentionally now, visualizing that future version of myself being here right now, doing the things that fill her cup. And why? Why are we doing this? Because, like, when you imagine eating a lemon, like, you bite into a lemon, it's so real. The salivation starts happening, like, your body doesn't know, your mind doesn't know what's here and really happening now versus, like, what you're imagining to be happening. And so if you can get into the place where you're imagining your cup being filled, imagining doing the things, being in the things, while also being that future version of yourself, you're actually filling your cup. Because you are actually salivating when you're imagining the lemon. You will actually be filling your cup with life force energy. And so many of us are so tired. And we're like, how do we get out of the matrix, right? And so we're grinding. And then we're like, how do I fill my cup? I'm so empty. I feel so depleted, but I need to get to a place where I'm feeling like it's full and having like energy, like real energy. And so then we add caffeine, and then we add, you know, like all these other things like stimulants, like maybe like, I don't know. I don't want to say intense workout because I love an intense workout, but sometimes that drains people and they just do that because they're like thinking that that's what they have to do, but that's not actually like what their body and nervous system needs. But personally, I love a little hardcore workout. But instead of like filling your cup with all these things that are not actually filling your cup, like they're actually like fake life force energy, then we want to fill it with real life force energy. And maybe it's like I was saying, like the resources, like you don't have the money to buy the paint set, or you don't have the money to buy the instrument or the camera. So you go into your visualization world, you become the most expansive version of yourself, that person that has the hair color that you want, the haircut that you want, the, you know, the fitness, body shape, the health, the friends, the whatever, all of it. And then also doing the thing that you love, and spend time in that. You can do it with your eyes closed, but also do it with your eyes open, right? That's like, I don't think people would even be able to notice when I'm walking, but like I am doing stuff while I'm walking, and like I am in another world. But it's not that that's another world, right? We talk about that a lot here too, is that the places that you go in your visualization, it's not the future visualization. Like with our human words that we have, like we can call it that, but it's happening right now. It's existing right now already, right? Everything is happening right now. Time and space are not real. Every single timeline, every single potential is happening right now. And you get to choose. So when you're in that space and you're seeing yourself doing that thing that fills your cup, and you have the free time and the resources to do all these things that fill your cup, and then like it's not about like, oh, having to work in this timeline. It's about feeling so charged because you are always keeping your cup full to the point where it's overflowing with this life force energy. And so you're inspired to work. Like how beautiful is that reality when you're inspired to create and to put your work forward into the world? That's what the world needs more of. We need more of this like channeled creation here on earth. We all have a purpose, something that we're gifted in, and that we are meant to come and bring forward into this existence for others to experience that source energy that we all came from, that one infinite consciousness. Sometimes we listen to music, right? And it's just like, we feel so open, we feel so aligned and like so just raw, because they're channeling something that's so true and authentic and divine. And like the people that I love following online, they're all so different backgrounds, different religions, different interests, different everything. I'm like, why do I follow all these different people? And it's because they're all in their authenticity. And what I love about them all is that they all are not afraid to be who they want to be in each season of life. They've all changed since I followed them. Like it's been a core few people that I actually like watch their stuff and like enjoy watching their stuff. And it's because they remain in their authenticity. And so when you're in your authenticity and you're doing the things that you love, you're filling your cup and you're creating from a place of that space, then the abundance can flow freely to you, because your essence, your true essence, what I believe to be true or know to be true, is that you are infinite abundance. You are unconditional love. And when you're in your truth, so when you're in those things, then you are those things vibrationally, and those things can attract you like so easily, right? There's the law of attraction. So that's the secret to life. You're welcome. So I'm gonna go get some work done on the van, do some more painting, and my birthday's in 2 days. So I hope to get the van done, the projects done by tomorrow, and then to have a spa day. I think on my birthday would be good, because I don't really know very many people here. Like I know my neighbors and family friends and stuff, but not like anybody that I want to celebrate my birthday with. And so my mom and a family friend will be here the next day, so we'll go do stuff. But yeah, I was thinking that my 29th birthday, some of you think I'm like 21. My 29th birthday, I think will be really nice to just like take in this new, very different life than a year ago. A year ago was special too. I was in my house in California, living with roommates, but we had this beautiful, beautiful house with the ocean view and canyon view. It was a great manifestation, honestly, and I miss it a lot, but not to the point where like I ever want to go back. Like, I'm just so grateful that that was my life. And so one of my roommates threw me a surprise party. One of our friends is a musician, so he sang for us, and we all had a potluck type thing out in the backyard, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. We did a few other things. We went to Catalina Island in California and spent a weekend there with some of my friends and my cousin. And so this year will be different, and it'll be me and Arlo here in France and doing van life and doing the things that I've always wanted to do. And what I keep receiving, and I think it's important to share, is to just learn to enjoy the solitude that you might be going through right now. And it's this time of like, so, okay, how do I explain this? Momentum happens when we start noticing things, right? And so momentum towards a certain direction. Like if we're noticing a lot of negative things in our life, then we're going towards that. And the way to recalibrate and then go towards something more aligned with our soul and our truth is to find mindfulness, to find like meditation and being in the present moment, coming back to the present moment, so that you can then find your center, your truth, and become aware of the truth of who you are, which is the awareness, and then go forward from that place. And so if you're in this solitude right now, perhaps you had a lot of momentum in your life that was necessary to create the contrast and to become aware of the things that you don't want, because immediately when you become aware of the things you don't want, this is Abraham Hicks' teachings, then you create instantaneously the things that you do want. So you've already created everything that you do want. Like you've created, it's already real and existing. The amount of money that you want, the health, the everything that you want is already existing, because you've already experienced the things that you don't want, and like in those moments created things that you do. So that momentum had a purpose. But when you come to solitude and to a place of maybe like a lot is actually happening here, but in ways it's not, like compared to like my birthday last year compared to like this birthday, I'll use this as an example, it's a lot more still. But that shows me that this time is that centerness, that stillness, that's then going to lead to a lot of momentum forward into the new season of life, where momentum is happening a lot more rapidly, but more soul aligned. And so there's many different like roads of momentum. So maybe some are going the right way, some are going in a way that's like kind of taking you away from your truth and leading more to contrast. So I hope that made sense. Like in my brain, in my visualizations, like that made a lot of sense. So let me know if it did. Okay, that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. Again, leave a comment if you feel called to do so. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Last video of being 28 here on Earth. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.